If you are new to the channel, check out roulettecalculators.com. It's a free social network where you can chat to other roulette players, discuss strategies and betting systems, and learn about different casinos and dealers. Now, the social network is completely free to join. However, there are paid membership options available for the use of its calculators and betting tools. Now, if you want a free trial, head over to facebook.com/roulette calculators and drop me an instant message and I will explain exactly how you can do that. So I'm going to...
How's it going, guys? Ed Clark from Roulette Calculators here. I'm picking up from the last session and just basically going to do a bit of free play, looking for dealers that I think have got a signature and then betting on those areas. Now, these are the auto trackers from Roulette Calculators. What they're doing is tracking dealer spins on autopilot. And basically, it's measuring the distance from where the dealer spins the ball from to where the ball lands. And then it will highlight the numbers it's predicting, because that's showing you the distance from the previous spins from when the dealer's going to spin the ball from next. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, check out my tutorial on the dealer tracker. That can be found on roulettecalculators.com. Or you can basically find the video on my YouTube channel under Dealer Tracker. So what I'm doing, I've got a whole bunch of the auto trackers open, and I'm just looking for dealers that are showing a bit of a pattern now. You can see here that there's been a dealer change on a few of them. It's not showing any data. This one's showing data, and also it's showing number 13. That's looking very good. That's basically that area of the table has been landed on 3 times since the dealer spun the ball, out of the 10 spins. Okay, so you can see here it went from 13 and now it's gone to number 8, and it's basically looks like this dealer is actually landing the ball pretty much from the number that they're spinning from, and so on. So I'm going to have a look through, see if we can find a bit of a solid signature, something that's a bit more grouped. Now this one's looking okay, 16 to 13. This is Roulette 2, so let me see if I can find that one. Not sure which one it is. It could be this. I know there's a couple of tables named Roulette. But what I do is look at the number history to make sure it matches up with the number. There's a table called Roulette and there's another table called Roulette. And as it happens, this has been a dealer change. Good timing, as always. So let's go back and see if we can find another table that actually has some data that we can use. Looks like we've had quite a few dealer changes. Well done, Ed. You are very good at that. Turkish, not really much of a signature there. Dealer change on that one. Dealer change. This one. They've been on 30 minutes as well, this dealer. So they're going to change any moment now. So I think what I'll do is go back to the beginning where we've got a few more spins. And then I think we kind of hit that mess. So what I'm going to do is go back to this one. You can see here. In fact, if I open the table, you'll kind of get a feel for what we're doing. So I'm looking for immersive roulette. Now, I believe that is an evolution table. So I'm going to open up the evolution lobby and then click on immersive roulette. And basically just explain what I'm looking for and what I will do. So there you go, immersive roulette. Oh, highlighting everything. And you'll see that the numbers match up, 5, 1, 7, 1, 22, when that loads up. Okay, and this one has landed on number 27. So you can see that that's one of the highlighted numbers there, number 27. So on the next spin, they alternate the direction on immersive roulette. On the next spin, you'll see one of the numbers is a darker shade of blue, and this number underneath will show, instead of a 1 there, it will show a 2. But of course, it's collecting 2 sets of data because the dealer's spinning anti-clockwise and then clockwise, and they alternate. So what I'd be looking for, looking at this layout at the moment, we've got 4 spins tracked in this particular direction. Now I can see number 10, 5 and 1 are close together. So I'll be looking for it to land in this sort of area. Now it doesn't mean that they're going to land in that area sort of every time. But you can see there it landed on number 20, which is here, which is in that area. It doesn't mean they're going to hit it every time. What I'm doing is looking for a dealer that is hitting the area, the same area, the majority of spins. Of course, anything can happen. It can hit a riffle and it can ping out. You can see there, number 20 came in. And what it's going to do is input that number 20. And now you can see here, this is that one that I said is a double up now. It says 2 there because it's hit that pocket twice now out of the last 5 spins. So again, I'll be looking for it to land around number 8, or, you know, in between 8, 5 and 13, around this area. And you can see we have a result up here, number 28. Now, this is obviously hopefully a bad spin where it hit the riffle funny and it pinged off and did that. So I'm looking for the dealer to hit the same area quite consistently. Now you can see here it has gone to 26, which is close to that number 28. So this dealer might either not have a signature or have two sections of the wheel. And I find that quite often. Usually they'll build an area and then you'll find an area the other side which will build as well. So you have to keep watching it and basically get a grasp on, does this dealer have a signature or do they not? Now for me, I'm looking at this area here. I'll be betting between number 11 and sort of number 15, or maybe 30 to 15 actually. So that'd be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 numbers there. And I'd be hoping that it's going to hit there, because out of the last 5 spins, 4 of them have gone into that section. Now I always like to try and cover at least 90% of the results there. That has gone to number 36, but it was a bit of a dodgy spin. You can see it kind of went all the way around and then it pinged back to the area I wanted it to. So again, I take all of this into account. I just don't go, oh wow, this dealer must have a signature. But in this case, I would have got the win if I placed that bet, because it landed right next to that result there. Now remember, before I was focusing on this area here, where it's actually up here somewhere, but I can see that they got four results in that section, but she has got 2 results up in this area, which is 16 and 14. So again, I'm watching this dealer just to identify if it is a signature. Some dealers have a signature in one direction when they spin the ball clockwise, and then they don't have a signature if they're spinning the ball anti-clockwise. So I basically look at the 2 sets of data, which is what we've got here. I mean, it says here spinning ball right, it's actually spinning the ball left. This is just for your reference, so you know it alternates on each spin. And here we go, number 16. So you can see she has landed on the area that I wouldn't, you know, I was saying I want it to land on this area, but on the last spin it landed up here, basically. It was over here, but it moves based on where the dealer's spinning the ball from. And it did land on number 16, so it is worth watching this dealer. She does look like she's got 2 areas of this board. Now, you've also got to take into account how they're spinning the ball as well. So I watch the dealer here. If you watch where she picks up the ball from, and she spun it from about number 7 there. So this is where she released the ball. Now, she picked up the ball from number 16. Most dealers spin the ball within 1 or 2 numbers from where they pick the ball up. So I want to watch that dealer and see if she consistently waits several numbers before she releases the ball as well. But here you can see number 35, she is definitely favouring this area of the board, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So I might give this a go and do a neighbours of 8, which will give me 17 numbers. That's just under half of the wheel. And might give it a try, just flat betting, to see what we can get away with. At the moment, this side, I'm not worried about betting on this just yet, but it did land on this side the last 2 spins. So I know that she landed on this area the last 2 spins, but the previous spins was on the opposite side. Whereas the other spin direction, she does seem to be favouring that one area more than the rest. You see that's gone to number 20, I think that's 29, 28 or 29. 28. So it landed here, which is up in that area. But again, you can see it's kind of thinning it out a bit. You're getting a little bit too spaced out for my liking. Now, I'm going to give this a try here. I'm going to put the neighbours on number 21, like this. Well, all I'm doing is covering the area around this hot area here. And yeah, we're just going to see if she carries on with this trend. So you want to see it land sort of just after 0, really, because it's spinning this way. It's a bit of a horrible spin. Number 3. So we did get that one because we covered around this area. So we would have had number 35 covered as well, but we didn't have 12 covered. So I had a 1 pocket leeway, but I got the win there. That's put me at 247. Again, the opposite spin. I'm not committed to place a bet just yet, but you can see she's got a lot going on there, but she did have that moment where she hit this area sort of 2 or 3 times in a row. But this does seem the dominant area, sort of between number 33 and 35. It can quite easily go to around number 6 or 2. So number 32. So yeah, it's kind of in between the two there. It was going around. I mean, it's like I said, all it takes is for it to hit one of these little riffles and ping somewhere else. But it's just trying to find what she's doing the majority of the time. So again, here I feel more comfortable placing the neighbour's bet on number 6, I'd say. So what I'll do, I'll just put the neighbour's bet on number 6. So I'm covering number 6 itself, 8 numbers to the left and 8 numbers to the right. Now you can use a progression, so if you miss, you can double your bet. I mean, it does work that way as long as you don't get a bad run. But for the most part, if you can win consistently without having to do a progression, you're going to be better off. Now in this case, I've just missed. You can see that carried on all the way round, and that's gone to number 28, which was up here. It's close to that number 35, but I'm focusing on this area because this is the hot zone. But she has got a little bit of a grouping up here now. I'll just keep an eye on her. So again, this one's a little bit spaced out still. Sometimes you find they just kind of bounce between two areas. And, well, it looks like a good signature. It's just hard to decipher. Without covering a huge amount of the wheel, it's hard to decipher. I mean, this would be good for the EDC, Ed's damage control, where you're covering 22 numbers. Okay, so that's gone to number 32, which is here. So it's in this area again. So I'm just going to do another flat bet on that hot area and see if she goes back to it, or if she carries on up around here where it's 28 and 35. So again, I'm going to put the neighbours on number 6. I'm not going to do any progression. I'm just flat betting. I'm covering 17 numbers, so less than half the board. So that's gone to number 4, which is good. So that's in that area again. And it's one of the highlighted numbers. Now, it could have rolled on a bit, and I'd still be safe because I'm covering all the way around that area. The balance is 249. So again, this one is so hard to tell on this one because you can see there is a nice grouping, but it's more spaced out than the opposite direction. So I'm just trying to just focusing on that direction where she's spinning the ball right, spinning the ball clockwise. So that's gone to number 9, which is here. So you can see she is kind of really spacing this out a little bit now. But there is a clear section where she isn't dropping the ball. So let's give it another go on the opposite direction. So I'm going to go probably number 3 here. So we'll just put a bet on number 3. What we're doing, again, we're covering 8 numbers to the left, 8 numbers to the right. That's gone to number 18, so that is another win there. That's right next to that double up on number 29. So that's put me at 268. Okay, again, you can see this one. If you look at this particular direction, it's very spaced out. It's not worth placing a bet. You'd just be guessing, which is what a lot of people on roulette do. They just guess. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Even using these tools, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I find it works more often than not. So never play with emotions. If you have a bet and you lose, don't just start betting bigger to try and recoup your losses. If you can't win by flat betting, then it's not there isn't a signature there. You know, I find if I'm covering 17 numbers, which is less than half the table, I want to be hitting more wins than losses, which at the moment I'm doing, but it can change. So let's go for this one. I'm going to put the neighbours bet on number 2, I think. So I'm covering up from number 11 to number 3. I'm covering from here all the way around to here. So this area here. I'm covering 80% of her results. So if she carries on with that trend, you know, technically I should get 8 wins and 2 losses. Number 32. So you can see that's actually already a double up. Now it's a triple up, which is obviously another win there. So balance is now 287. Again, this one, it's not worth it. I mean, you've got number 25, which is a double up, and number 29, which is a double up. But for the most part, it's very spaced out around the wheel. That's gone to 26. So that is another one that was highlighted. But for me, if you can bet on one that's compressing those results into a small area, or you can kind of risk it a little bit, I will go for the one that looks like a sure thing every time. But of course, like I've shown you, 2 of the results were in the wrong area. So one of the spins will be a miss soon. I hope it isn't, but it could be. So here, I'm going to place a bet on number 2. And I'm covering from number 11 to number 3 again. So you can see I'm covering from here right around to number 3. Now if I get this win, I'll walk, because that will give me 300 euros. If not, I'll carry on, just do a few more spins. Absolutely perfect, number 34. So you can see right in that middle section again. Balance is at 270, but I've got the win to come in. And that'll put me to 306 euros. And that's all flat betting. There's no progression there. I'm not doing any martingale system or anything like that. I do like using the martingale. I'm not going to lie, especially covering neighbours of 8. I call it the smartingale system, and that is it is a good system. If you, I'll only bet 5 in though. So usually I'll start lower stakes, like 10 cents or 20 cents starting per number. And then if it loses, I'll martingale, but I will only martingale 4 times. So a total of 5 bets. And if it doesn't come in 5 bets, there's definitely something wrong with the dealer or the casino that you're playing at. So keep that in mind. The people that martingale on reds and blacks, you will get a run where it will just wipe you out. I've seen it so many times. So I call it the martingale system, because you're betting on the dealer's results and you're not betting on it has to come in soon because it's been 12 reds in a row. So that's how I play this. And there's just another session of me making a little bit of profit there, and that was with flat betting using the auto trackers from roulettecalculators.com. You can check those out if you head to roulettecalculators.com. There's also a link in the description which takes you to a video which shows you a little bit more in depth of what we're actually doing here. I've got plenty of tutorial videos out there. All I'm doing at the moment is just doing some live gameplay sessions to show you what's going on. Now you can see here, number 18, I believe that was. So that would have actually been a miss if I did place that bet. So there's another lesson. Don't get too greedy. But that's all we can do. We just try and get more wins than losses. Don't let emotions take over you, because as soon as you do that, I've seen some people, they get so upset that they've lost a few bets in a row and they just start betting bigger and bigger because they want to get the money back as fast as they can. That they've like, oh, I've lost, I really want to win my money back, and then they just blow the whole balance in like 1 or 2 spins, and that's just gambling. I don't like doing that. Flat betting, if you can do flat betting, brilliant. If you want to do a martingale system, do it, but have a cutoff point. Go, I'm gonna do 5 bets. If I don't get it in 5 bets, I'm leaving it. And I recommend that you don't just leave the table, you leave playing roulette for a day or two, just so you can cool down and start again with a fresh head. And that's all you can do. As soon as you start playing with emotions, you start getting stupid. And I've seen it time and time again in casinos. Oh, by the way, I went to casino in Blackpool. I did well again. I've ordered some spyglasses. Okay, so this will probably be the next video. Ordered some spyglasses where I'm actually going to go into Plymouth Casino, and I'm going to be wearing the... I hope no one from Plymouth Casino is watching this, but I'm going to go in there soon. I won't say what day. And I'm going to do a session where I'm playing on a live table, but I'm using the touchscreen devices, and I'll be placing the bets that way. Now, last time I went there, number 17's come in, so that's good. That was next to that grouping. But you can see here it is fizzling out a little bit. You got that triple up there, which is lovely. But yeah, I mean, this kind of table now is getting a little bit spaced out. Now, it might be that I've just had quite a few consistent wins, and the pit boss has told the dealer to change it up a little bit. I don't know. Or it could just be a complete random coincidence. No idea. But I'm happy there. I've made a nice profit, and I've left the game. But yeah, look forward to the next video. That will be me playing in a live casino, hopefully, depending on if I get kicked out, if they know what I'm doing. But we'll see what happens. Thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. And as always, please bet smart. If you've got any questions, please drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Also, drop a comment on Roulette Calculators. You can set up a free account on there and chat to, I think there's nearly 4,500 members on there now. So, yeah, drop a comment on there and chat to the experts. Speak to you in the next video. Take care.